Steve is very anxious. Good morning. I'm Ben Herzon. My pronouns are he, him, and along with the Reverend Krista ktaves, welcome to Eliot Chapel. Joining us this morning is Sue Myers. Sue, where are you? In the back. Ah, yeah. Wait, do I see? But Sue is here for Sunday pastoral care. Please feel free to reach out to her. There she is. She's waving her hand. Please feel free to reach out to her if something is weighing on your heart this morning. Families, if you have children who are getting restless during the service, you are welcome to take them to the fellowship hall, which is right around the corner here. There's a live stream taking place, so you won't miss anything, and your kids are free to run around all they like. Young families, after the service, there are snacks in Adams Hall, and please feel free to take your children out to the playground, weather permitting, if they would like to run around after the service. A special welcome to our guests. Thank you for being here. Our welcome person this morning is Deborah Height. There's Deborah. She is here for anything you might need. There are guest forms at both entrances to the sanctuary and at the QR code on the screen, so we can stay in touch. Please take a blue cup at coffee hour, which is after the service, so that we can be sure to greet you. Today's service includes an annual tradition here at Eliot Chapel when we honor those we have lost this year. If you would like your loved ones' names read during the service, you will have an opportunity to write their names on a piece of paper that I believe were handed out as you were walking in. Just write their names on a piece of paper, and we will collect them during the offertory. If you are joining us online and wish to participate, we invite you to enter the names of your loved ones in the chat at any time prior to the offertory. And now I invite you, as you wish, to join in our welcome today by responding with, "You are welcome here," at the end of each statement. If you are black, brown, white, indigenous, APIA, whatever your origins, you are welcome here. If you are an immigrant, a refugee, or a person without documentation, you are welcome here. If you believe in God all of the time, some of the time, or none of the time, you are welcome here. If you have a disability, visible or invisible, or you are neurodiverse, you are welcome here. If you have been here 100 times, or you just came today, you are welcome here. If you want for nothing or struggle each day to make it through, you are welcome here. No matter whom you love or what your gender identity, you are welcome here. For this is a community of diversity, of love, and of justice, and it is good to be together. Let us enter into the spirit of worship.
Time
Our symbol is the flaming chalice, with the bowl representing the beloved community, and the flame, the spark of the divine that burns in each of us. The following are words from Katie Savani Gelfand. We call forth the life of our faith by igniting our chalice. This spark of new beginnings invites us into a sacred space to reflect where we have been and where we are going. Even knowing that this particular flame will intentionally end with our ritual extinguishing, we fear not its end. For we know with brave hearts that from every ending of our lives, we are sent forth to make a new beginning. Now, please rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn, number 1046, in your teal hymnal. Shall we gather at the river and remain standing for our congregational covenant?
To create beloved community, we promise to be kinder to each other than we have to be, to listen fully to each other with an open mind and heart, to speak responsibly and respectfully, and to find ways to improve our church for all members and friends. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit to make an announcement. How many of you had a hard time finding a parking spot this morning? Now that we're back to 2 services, You're probably noticing that parking's become difficult again. With our limited parking option and the farmers market in full swing, it can be troublesome to find a parking space at Eliot or on the streets surrounding us. And sometimes it makes you late for the service. And what would Mr. Bill say about that? Oh, no! Imagine walking a block or two in the cold or on a rainy or snowy day. If you're juggling a cane or a little one, it could be an even bigger hassle. Well, we have a solution for you. You could buy a parking raffle ticket every month, and you might be the lucky winner of a guaranteed, worry-free, premium parking space on the back lot right next to the minister's parking space. Is that worth $5 to you? And this is a fundraiser for Eliot's General Fund, so the ticket proceeds go to a good cause. Buy one today, or better yet, buy a bunch. You can scan the QR code on this sign in Adams Hall, or it's usually on our screen before services, or you can drop off cash or a check to someone in the office, and they'll make sure that your raffle drawing is done. Thank you, and thanks to my lovely assistant, Annalise.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Annalise. Every week, we share our offertory with a community organization that reflects our values and commitment to service. This month, we are sharing our plate with Criminal Justice Ministry, an organization whose programs give people a real chance at rebuilding their lives after incarceration by meeting them where they are, with housing, support, and dignity. Criminal Justice Ministry shows up when it matters most, walking with people through one of the hardest transitions they'll ever face. As we prepare to give, we welcome the presence of children in the sanctuary. Together, young and old, we practice generosity, knowing our gifts create ripples of love and care in our community. Let us give joyfully. You're welcome to donate through the plate or through the QR code on the screen and on your order of service. Or you can text Eliot and shared plate, that's one word, plus the amount you wish to give to 73256. A link in the reply text will take you to our secure giving platform where you can complete your transaction. Let us be a generous people. please join me in dedicating this offering. To the work of the church, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our lives and these our offerings.
Good morning. I'd like to invite the children and young at heart to please come forward and join me for a time for all ages. And while they're coming forward, I want to mention that this is a good time for you to fill out those pieces of paper. And for those names that you're submitting, it could be people who've died at any time. It doesn't have to be this past year. We're just recognizing our members who've died in the past year at the beginning. So feel free to fill those out and put them in the offertory basket. And if you're joining us online, you can put your names in the YouTube chat. And we've got someone monitoring the YouTube chat, and we'll have those names brought to us. So if you can have those typed in by the end of this story, then we'll make sure that those names are read as well, okay?
My brother has this book.
Your brother has this book. Well, good. Then you get to experience this book again. All right, while more kids are coming down, I also want to share with you that this is the last Sunday we're going to have this piano with us. Because we're getting a new piano, someone from Friends of Music donated $105,000 to the church for us to buy a new Steinway O. And so, yes. But I do want to name the people who helped raise the money for this piano back in 1982. Mary Model, Barbara Nutt, and Mary Lou Durbin. And they led 48 families in raising the needed funds for this piano, which is being traded in to help purchase the one that we're getting this week. So if you want to come tickle those ivories one last time, you're welcome to do so after the service. And we will have a dedication sometime soon. All right, it's good to see you all. If you can't see the pictures I have here, the pictures are also going to be up front. Okay, just letting you know. So whoever wants to see these pictures, you can come in close. And if you want to see the ones on the screen, you can do that. Today's service is about when we lose things or lose people. We've all lost things, right? We've all lost things that are really important to us or people that are really important to us. Well, today we're talking about how we take care of each other when we experience a big loss. And this story is called The Rabbit Listened by Corey Dorfeld. One day, Taylor decided to build something new, something special, something amazing. Yeah, Taylor was so proud. But then out of nowhere, those are blackbirds, bad blackbirds. Things came crashing down. The chicken was the first to notice. Cluck, cluck, what a shame. I'm sorry this happened. Let's talk about it. Cluck, cluck. But Taylor didn't feel like talking, so the chicken left. Next came the bear. Grr, grr, how horrible. I bet you feel so angry. Let's shout about it. Grr, rawr, rawr. But Taylor didn't feel like shouting, so the bear left. The elephant knew just what to do. Trump-da-da, I can fix this. We just need to remember exactly the way things were. But Taylor didn't feel like remembering, so the elephant also left. One by one they came. The hyena, hee, let's laugh about it. The ostrich, gulp, let's hide and pretend nothing happened. The kangaroo, what a mess, let's throw it all away. And the snake, shh, Let's go knock down someone else's. But Taylor didn't feel like doing anything with anybody. So eventually they all left until Taylor was alone. In the quiet, Taylor didn't even notice the rabbit, but it moved closer and closer until Taylor could feel its warm body. Together they sat in silence until Taylor said, "Please stay with me." The rabbit listened. The rabbit listened as Taylor talked. The rabbit listened as Taylor shouted. Taylor listened. The rabbit listened as Taylor remembered and laughed. The rabbit listened to Taylor's plans to hide, to throw everything away, to ruin things for someone else. Through it all, the rabbit never left. The rabbit listened to Taylor's plan to build again. "I can't wait," Taylor said. "It's going to be amazing." And that's the end of the story. So let's sing you off to your classes. It has become a tradition here at Eliot Chapel to dedicate a service close to All Hallows Eve to recognizing the people in our lives who have passed. There's power in naming those we have lost. For those fresh in grief, we're able to hear the names of our deceased spoken in public rather than mostly in our minds. It may be an important marker in a loss that still feels raw. For those losses that are older, speaking their names brings them back into our memory, into our consciousness, gives them a presence in this world for a brief moment, and honors the journeys through which we have grieved them and transformed through that grief.
I hope all of you had a chance to hand in the names you want read. If you didn't, please raise your hands now and a greeter will come and get them. I see a few hands here.
Thank you. Will the greeters please come and bring those names forward?
First, we will read the names of the beloved members of this congregation who have died this past year. Then the names of loved ones sent in ahead of time. Then we will read the names gathered here this morning from both the sanctuary and online.
Death and life are constant states of becoming. We are sacred in our living, and we are sacred in our dying. Let us honor those who have passed through their time on this earth and left their mark on our hearts, minds, and spirits. First, the members of our congregation who have passed in the last 12 months. Mary Belkova, Judy Evans, Chad Keller, Irmgard Voss, Rick Ragsdale, and Julie Triplett. Here are the names sent in ahead of time.
Bill Erdman, Alvin Mashevsky, Owen Palmore,
Start.
Bobby Dunlap, Nutt, Wally Dunlap,
And there were a few more at the bottom there.
Harry Salvin,
Salvin. Yeah. Nina Langrel Petulis, Peggy Craighill Langrel, Charles Hooper Langrel,
Linda Fuller,
Judy Wilson,
Andy Sharp,
Brianna Grant,
Paula and Evelyn Malik,
Ravina Evans,
Grandma Steph Hafley,
Jasper Height Kushner,
Pamela George, Pat Hoffman,
Cindy Pardo,
Rachel Pajczynski,
John and Helen McIntosh, Diana Davis, Guy Miles,
Dolly,
Sue Schramm,
Bob and Esther Koulis,
Jay,
Todd and Mark, I apologize, is it?
Coons,
Coons,
Mom,
Winston,
Judy Newberry, Lloyd Newberry, Matilda Schmidt,
Grandma Kay,
Mama Helen Wooten,
Michelle,
Marilyn Gardner,
Skip and Dean Bryant,
Jeremy Kohler,
Joseph Alphonse H.,
Martin Taves,
Dan Krzyzewski,
Linda Castellon,
Tim,
Jim, I
or
think.
Jim,
Ron Coleman,
Peggy, Melissa Tidewell,
Mike Tyree,
Suzanne,
Stan McKay,
Steve Lewis,
David and Joan Fay,
Alvira House Steady,
Joan Tierney, Joe Tierney,
Joan Crater,
Grandma Jean, Mary Palank,
Jennifer McKenzie,
Daryl, Rich H., Rich B.,
Stella, John, Ted, Nina, Dave Burish, Maria.
Let us hold those who die alone or are nameless. Let us also take hold of those whose names have not been read but are in our hearts. Amen. Let us offer a blessing to those who have been named here today and to those of you who carry their memories and their legacy. This prayer is a responsive prayer, with each stanza ending with, "We remember them." We invite you to join with us in saying, "We remember them," when invited.
In the rising of the sun and in its going down,
We remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them.
in the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring,
We remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them.
In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn,
We remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them.
When we are weary and in need of strength,
We remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them.
When we have joys we yearn to share.
We remember them. So long as they live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Amen.
For my wedding, I will dress in black. Never again will I look back. Oh, my dark angel, we must part for a baby sanctuary of my heart. Want what I have, to take what I'm giving with grace. For this I pray on my wedding day. For my wedding, I don't want violins, the sentimental songs about living them. Want a moment of silence and a moment of prayer, for the love will need to make it in the world out there. To want what I have, to take what I'm given with grace. For this I pray on my wedding day. On my wedding day. When I dream of my dreams are all butterflies, that's what I wanted for my life. When it always happens that way, but I can't hear and I can't pray on my wedding day. So what makes us any different from all the others who have tried and failed before us? Maybe nothing at all, but I pray with the lucky ones, I pray we'll never fall. Want what we have, we take what we're given with grace. For this I pray on my wedding day. On my wedding day.
All right. We're going to. Yes. Yeah. Every year that we do this service, to me at least, it feels like there is something special in the air. Not literally, but spiritually. You see, I'm one of those people who sincerely hopes that there is something more after this life. I am an agnostic and realize that there is no way of knowing for sure what there is when we pass, if there is anything. It is ultimately a mystery. So in my agnostic sense, I cast my hope that some part of us, the part that is unique and the part that is universal, remains, that some of our energy remains. And I have this hope that when those names are read, the energy of the people whose names we speak come to move in the hearts of those of you who love them, and that they are reassured in some way and still live on, that they are living on in our memories. Now, of course, I have no control over this. I have no idea if this is happening. But I would love, if this is happening, that they would still know they're important and loved and missed. But the true purpose of reading the names, the thing that we can know for sure, is that it is mostly for us. Every one of us has biases, no matter how young we are and how few we've had. Even birth is a loss, from warmth and darkness and comfort and safety to lungs clearing out and crying and bright lights, breathing air and being cold and the scratchiness of a blanket. It's all new. It's also a loss. So even from birth, we've all had to incorporate loss into our lives and find new ways to live. And reading the names is a way of recognizing the transformation that is happening in us and always happening in us through loss. Now, this transformation may not be clear in the early stages of grief, when it may just be too raw to be able to step back and feel that. So if you are facing a raw, new grief, don't feel like you have to go, oh yes, but I am transforming through this feeling, right? Don't put that pressure on yourself. And here at Eliot Chapel, some of us, including me, know that this personally, because of the 4 deaths that we've had in the last 2 months. So some of us are carrying a considerable amount of loss. We're carrying it individually, and for those of us who knew those, whose pictures we showed up here, we are carrying this loss collectively. So we're going to have some memorials over the next months, starting next Sunday with Irmgard Voss's memorial. We'll come together here in this sanctuary, listen to the life stories of our beloveds, sing, eat, but most importantly, support the families for whom the loss is the closest. And many of us are doing that already, because that's one of the ways that we take care of each other. Even though we're a big congregation and not everyone can know everyone else, we are committed to showing up for each other. And yet, we know we make mistakes all the time in the ways we try to show up for each other, right? Because it is also true that we live in a culture that is terrified of death. We're a part of a death-denying culture. I mean, we sensationalize death, right? We ignore death. We bury it deep and think that we shouldn't be showing this, or we're afraid of death, or we're not sure of how to approach the death of those who leave us. And what support is there for us when the memorial's over and everyone's gone home and it's so quiet? It's so quiet, right? We're not really good at doing grief, at doing death. And although many of us want to be supportive to someone grieving, and that want is sincere, a lot of the things we do aren't actually that helpful. And this doesn't make us bad people. It's a natural thing in a culture that is so terrified of death. And that's what makes the children's story so special, right? Here we have a boy who has lost something very special that he spent a lot of time and energy. He's put his energy and heart into what he's built. And then it's all gone. And animal after animal comes to him with an answer for what he should do with his feelings. We've never done that before, right? Nobody of us has ever given an answer, right? The chicken says he should talk. The bear says he should be angry. The elephant says he needs to remember. The ostrich recommends pretending nothing happened. The hyena says, well, just keep smiling and laughing. The snake invites him to take it out on someone else. I'm sure we've never, ever done that. But those can be feelings that we have inside, right? When we have that kind of loss. But what they're offering is not what the boy wants or needs in that moment. When you're grieving, people tell you all kinds of things that you should be doing, or telling you all kinds of things that they think would be helpful. This is a common theme in our transitions support group. We have a transition support group that is for people who are going through any kind of transition or loss. And a lot of people who go to the transition support group are in the process of grieving. And it's a common theme in these groups to talk about all the unhelpful things people try or say trying to be helpful. And in that group, the people support each other in the ways they've been hurt by people trying to help them. You know, when I lost my brother a few years ago, I was surprised to hear, some of the exact things that I had said in visitation lines being said to me, and they weren't helpful. At best, they missed the mark, and at worst, they sharpened the edge of the pain. And I'm sure many of us have been through this. Now, if you're anxious, wondering whether you're one of those people saying unhealthy things, of course you are. Right? We've all done this because we come from this death-denying culture. So there's no reason to feel guilty or bad about yourself or think that you're not a good enough person. We've done this because we come from this culture. When we look at the unhelpful things people say, often they are words motivated by a deep discomfort with the grief of the person in front of us. So we offer remedies, solutions, half-thought-out sayings that you see on sympathy cards. And yeah, a lot of sympathy cards say stupid things too. So today, we're going to take a humorous look at some of the worst things we might say in visitation lines, the place that most of us encounter first the grief of those we care about. And here helping me are Carl Serbel and Lou Salvin, co-chairs of our Transitions Support Group. So let's imagine that we're in a funeral home waiting in line to speak to the family. Now, Carl has lost someone precious to him, and Lou is in the visitation line waiting to talk to him. It's a long line because this is a tragic death. But after waiting about a half an hour, Lou is almost at front. And she's going to say a lot of things to Carl with the intention of comforting him. And it's up to us to decide if what she says is helpful or harmful. So if you think it's helpful, and I'll invite you in to do this, you'll say yay very loudly. Want to practice that? Yay! And if it's unhelpful, we're going to say boo very loudly. Boo! Thank you. So, we take you to a funeral home somewhere in rural Missouri.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Bunny Boy was one of a kind. How good of you to come. Yes, it was unexpected. I appreciate you being here. Hello, I'm glad to see you. Yes, I'm glad to hear that you miss his long ears, too. Lou, thank you for coming.
Of course I'm here. I wouldn't be anywhere else. Oh, what a terrible thing to lose him this way.
It's very hard. I'm glad you're here. We're all in shock.
But we can take comfort in knowing that he is in a better place.
Oh, what's wrong with this? Let me count the ways. We don't know what Carl's belief system is and if he even believes in heaven or an afterlife of some kind. Maybe he's an atheist or an agnostic or believes in reincarnation. So this would mean nothing to him. But if he does believe in heaven, and we've already learned that this is an unexpected death, maybe a tragic death, Would Carl, in shock at losing Bunny Boy, really want to hear that his bunny's in a better place? No, of course not. Maybe Carl is thinking that Bunny Boy should still be alive, and with him, this is the better place. Right? So never tell someone who is grieving that the person they lost is in a better place. Okay? Got it? Let's continue.
I had a bunny once. Many bunnies, in fact. My favorite bunny died because he got out of the barnyard and into the pasture. The cows freaked out and chased him until he died of a heart attack. I don't think I'll ever recover. We even had to go to court to get his ashes.
That's a big boo. So look at this. Look what's happening here, okay? Carl's the one who just lost a loved one, and Lou is getting caught up in her own grief and making him take care of her. How often, when a person dies, do other people try to comfort them by telling the bereaved their own stories of loss? I mean, perhaps the person dies of cancer. I've seen this happen many times. And then someone in the line talks about how someone they loved died of cancer, and they go through every phase of the loss. This is not helpful because it makes the grieving person engage your story. It makes them take care of you when they are already weak. And it keeps them from feeling what they need to feel. So save your story for another time. You're there to give comfort, not to get it, okay? Try again, Lou.
Carl, I know exactly how you feel. I know how devastating this is, and I know how tormented you are feeling losing Bunny Boy. You must be devastated, like you're being ripped apart.
That's a big one. That's a big boo. Lou doesn't know exactly how Carl is feeling, right? No one knows exactly how a person is feeling at any given point of time, whether they're happy or sad or grieving or thrilled or succeeding, even if you have known them for years. It will always be at root a mystery. Maybe Carl isn't feeling devastated or tormented. Maybe he's still in shock and isn't feeling much. Maybe he's secretly relieved because his carrot bill was skyrocketing with the tariffs. And now he's feeling guilty about feeling relieved? We don't know. Having someone tell you how you should be feeling is not helpful to someone who is grieving. They may feel pressure to feel like people they are telling them to feel, or worried that they aren't feeling the things that they should feel and not grieving right. And they may withdraw because they don't want to feel more uncomfortable and suffer more than they already are. So resist the urge to say that you know how they feel. There's no one way to feel about any situation, and you don't know how they're feeling. All right, Lou, try again.
But you know, Carl, you're strong. You're so strong, you'll get through this.
What if Carl's not feeling strong? What if inside he's falling apart and trying to hold it together? Being told you're strong when your heart is broken can put more pressure to look like you're okay. Pressure to control our grief. It's harder to move through the grieving process when you try to control your grief because there's no way through it except to go through it. So never encourage someone to be strong when they're grieving. They will probably get there, but not because you tell them to. All right, Lou, try again.
I'll do the best I can. Carl, you can always have another bunny.
Oh, boo! But I don't want another bunny. I don't want to be strong. You don't know how I feel, and I could care less that you had to get a lawsuit to get your bunny's ashes.
Oh dear, I came here to comfort you, and I've made a mess of it. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll do better. I do care about you. Can I get a redo?
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry you're suffering.
Thank you. It's good to know that you care.
I could come to take care of the other animals if you need some time away.
Well, it's very kind, Lou. I'll let you know.
You must really miss him.
I do. I have a whole fridge full of carrots that he's never going to eat.
I could come over and check on you in a few days.
That'd be nice. I'll save a carrot for you. The family will all be gone. I don't know how I'm going to feel, but I might not want to be alone.
Well, I'll call first, and you let me know if you need more time.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Yay!
I'm so glad you came.
I'm glad you came, Lou.
You are most welcome, Carl.
Let's give it up for Carl and Lou. Thank you. So what did Lou do that was so helpful to Carl at the end? When she said she was sorry he was suffering, she was sharing her own compassion for what he was going through. She was being authentic. Being who you are, being authentic to who you are, is an act of compassion for the person who is grieving. When she offers to take care of the animals if it would help him, that is something concrete she is offering. Rather than saying, let me know if there's anything you need, which puts the onus on the grieving person to ask, she offered something specific which Carl could refuse. It means that she was thinking about him and offering what she could for him. When you do this, you're not pressuring them in any way, just offering possibilities. When a person is grieving, part of what they're grieving is the loss of possibilities. The possibilities of what they could have shared with the person who died. You have offered them a different possibility. Now, you must really miss him. Now, that could be seen as telling someone how they should feel, but usually it's experienced as empathy. That you get that they've lost someone or something very important. When Lou asks, can I come and check in on you in a few days? This is another concrete way of expressing care. It tells them that you really are available. You're not just going to stand in a visitation line, shake their hand, and go home thinking you've done your job. You're going to be there for them when all the guests have gone, when everyone else has gone home and things quiet down and the loss starts getting very, very real. Now, even when Carl said yes, Lou followed up by saying she would call ahead to make sure Carl still wanted to visit. With someone who is grieving, go to them on their terms, not on yours. Losing someone can feel like losing control, and there's nothing you can do to bring your loved one back, right? No new medication or medical procedure or therapy or phone call. When we give a grieving person options, it helps them feel like they have some control over their life. People who are grieving just need our presence. That is enough. In our children's story, the rabbit just listened. The boy could talk when he needed to, yell when he needed to, pretend he was fine, try to move on, even think about making someone hurt like he was hurt. A normal feeling, even if it's good not to act on that. Why is it so hard just to offer our presence? Because in our hyper-productive society where every minute is not to be wasted, it can feel like you're doing nothing, right? It's hard for us in a society where we're valued for doing things, for achieving things, just to be. But presence is exactly what we need. In fact, I would say that offering our presence is as good for us as it is for the person who's grieving. It's hard for all of us to just be with each other without putting any pressure on it to achieve something or to have a certain kind of experience. Putting away the pressure that we have to do just the right thing is freeing. People who are grieving don't need us to be perfect, to just know the right thing to say or do. They need us to be authentic and present, patient and present, empathetic and present, just present. For all of you who offered names to be spoken, I hope this has been helpful for you wherever you are in your journey. For those of you who are deeply grieving a recent loss, I give you my love and compassion. May you be blessed with places where you can just be with your grief. Maybe be patient with yourself, kind to yourself, and move through this time in a way that is right for you. And the rest of us will do the best we can to journey by your side. Amen and blessed be. I invite you to rise in body or spirit for our closing hymn for Pat Humphreys, Swimming to the Other Side.
This is a new hymn for us, so let's go ahead and listen to the melody first. We are living in the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're in swimming to the other side. I am alone and I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced on the brink of wisdom, I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it will be my crime. In humility I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey to the Big Dipper, we are washed by the very same tide. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey, the thoughts and feelings binding in ocean, mind, head, my heart. I am gathering the tool together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who come before me band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings they live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Let us extinguish our chalice and share our benediction. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
We will keep a place for you wherever you may go. We'll sustain this home of faith and love you've come to know. Go in peace, bring hope to hearts that yearn. We will keep a place for you till you return.
And now, may the Spirit of life hold you, may love bless you, and may joy find a place in your days. Go in peace.